Hello, Mr. Crimbo here, and if you look at my YouTube channel keywords, you would see I wrote down a game dev tag. There's just one problem with this. I haven't made a game. Well, at least not a public one. So I thought in this video I would make some kind of game for the public so I can call myself a game dev more confidently. So the first step of this is to think of a game. I've had a lot of different game ideas recently, but a lot of them will rather involve a ton of planning, or I'm going to need a lot more experience in Unity and programming in order to make the game decent. So I'm leaving those ideas for future Robert to develop. Instead, I'm going to do something unoriginal and easy, which will involve me taking inspiration from another game. Five Nights at Freddy's it is! So here's the game idea. Five Nights at KyleBro's. It's a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game in which the animatronics are instead replaced by the YouTuber KyleBros.
Oh, ladies.
That's the idea, let's go with it. So the second step is to pick what game engine I'm going to use. Well, Unity. The only other game engines I know are Scratch and PowerPoint, and as much as I could try and learn Unreal, that's effort, and Unity is superior. The next step is to actually start working on the game, and normally I should do a bit more planning and stuff, but this is Five Nights at KyleBro and I'll make it up as I go along. So after adding a quick character controller, I started working on the map. I'm actually really happy with how this map turned out. Normally in my maps you can phase through essentially every single corner, so far this game is a big success. So after adding some furniture to the map, I managed to get a door and power system working, and I also made it so you can get up off your chair and explore the map. Somewhat later I got more systems in place. There are now sounds, posters and a pretty neat camera system. I also added nights and times. Please note when playing the games, the nights are out of order on purpose to match how Kyle ordered his Minecraft videos. I'm sure if someone does play this game, they're gonna get very confused.
Oh, ladies.
So the final steps left to complete the game are, I got the animatronics / enemies to add, the menus to make, the overall ambience to mess around with, and out of all of them, let's make the menus first. I'm very happy with how this menu turned out. The static effect is very cool and also hurts my eyes, so I'm keeping it. As you can see in the custom night menu as well, we have our character roster. So let's talk about who these characters are and how they will operate in the game. The first enemy is KyleBro.
Oh, ladies.
He, being the main guy, will act like a normal Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic, essentially going room by room towards the player and returning to his start position when stopped by the door. The second enemy is Kyle the Minion, which is Kyle edited to be a minion because minions are funny. He'll also make his way towards the player, but when he gets there, the player must laugh at his clever joke. Banana! Then he will return. The third enemy is me! I'm going to be the one who turns out the lights and forces the player to move about. And when my level is higher, I will troll the halls when the lights are out. Finally, we have Henry. He will be like the Golden Freddy of the game. This is because he will appear in the poster, and on harder levels he may appear in rooms. Henry's gimmick is going to be if you see him in the camera, the player has to change the camera before it's too late. Now we know what our enemies are going to do. Time for me to implement them. Yay! So I'll implement the enemies in order. First I'll implement Kyle, who works absolutely perfectly.
Hello guys, it's KyleBro here.
And then his minion doppelganger. Next step is myself, who after much thought I'll represent myself using my Minecraft skin. Because I ain't ready to show my face to my free subscribers. And lastly is Henry, who after a weird stretching hour I got working just fine unless someone finds a bug and proves me wrong. And after a bit of bug testing and tweaking, we have our enemies. Next, to make the atmosphere feel spooky. And for that we need music, and the best place for music is the YouTube audio library.
Okay, not this one.
Maybe I'm Patrick, maybe I'm Puff, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Mr. Krabs got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm Pearl. But I'm only SpongeBob, after all. I'm only SpongeBob,
this one sounds good, I'll use this one.
all.
Afterwards, I'll download some free Office atmosphere, and next I'll work on getting some random sounds and spooky things that will happen every now and then. And with that done, all that's left for me to do is to pressure Kyle into recording some phone calls, and the game is done. and I can add myself to the list of YouTube game devs. Time to upload it on itch and hope that most people like it or find it very weird. Preferably both. KyleBro's SMP stream.
It's KyleBro here.
Like and subscribe.